as we are mainly arable farmers, we grow crops. Our biggest crop being wheat. This is wheat, as you can see. This is the grain that is produced. These come from a plant. This is a plant. In one of my other videos that you've got coming up this week, you'll see me planting the seeds that you see behind us, and these will produce this crop. This is wheat, and part of the wheat plant is this is called the stem, which we use as it's a waste product, but we use it for bedding our animals. It's called straw. And at the top is the ear, as you can see here. One of these single grains produces this plant, which then, hopefully it comes out right. We rub the ear, separate the wheat from the chaff, as they say, and give it a blow. These grains come out from this head of wheat. As you can see, it's all come out and it's harvested with our big green yellow combine harvester and into store here. This wheat is mainly grown for it's making bread. This is milling wheat, so this is a white loaf made from this wheat here. Also, another biggest part of it is for growing chicken food. We don't make this here, it goes off in big lorries and it comes back as chicken food. This is for our chickens here. We only have 2. They lay eggs, but they're for meat and for eggs, mainly for chicken food. So this is what our biggest crop, wheat, looks like in store. These are called grain stores. So they're stored dry until they go off to the mill to be made into bread or animal food. Moving along to the next store, we also grow oats on the farm. As you can see, they're slightly different shape to the wheat. They're longer, you can see there. And they, as explained, they're for human consumption, so they go into jumbo oats. I'll just clear a little area here, sprinkle some oats out onto the floor. You'll see what they're like in the whole plant and what they're like you have for your breakfast in porridge and also in biscuits like hobnobs and that. This becomes that. It's a very simple process. These just get rolled, so crushed down and flattened, as you can see, flattened like that, which makes them very suitable for eating. And these are for human consumption. Moving on into another store, we also grow barley. These are all similar crops. They all are like the wheat, with a stem and a head on top. We plant a singular seed and get lots of grain out of it. This barley is mainly grown for feeding animals. Well, the animals here on our farm are cattle, but if it's also a good enough quality, it's used for growing, used for making beer. So called malting barley, where this is put into a big tank and it grows, which produces ferments and produces what's required, a malt for beer. Another crop we also grow on the farm is beans, not of the baked type. These are beans. They look similar to baked beans and that, but they're very, very, very hard. They can be used for human consumption as like little snacks and nibbles, a bit like crisps. I haven't actually got any to show you, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure you might have come across them before. They're like little snacks, but they are mainly used as an animal protein. I have some here, we use them for our animals, but they also are used for dog food, as the protein in that, to make sure your dogs and cats and that sort of thing are healthy and strong and grow well, which is what these beans are used for. These are what we call a break crop. So we grow these in between the cereals, like the wheat, the barley and the oats. They help break up our crop rotation as they fix nitrogen into the soil, and they offer something different as well. As you can see, that's what they look like. They grow into pods rather than ears. Here's a pod. Look, there's a bean there. I wonder if there's a whole one. That's it. There you can see where the beans sit inside the pods, and our big green combine harvester thrashes them out and into the heap here, as you can see. I hope talking about these crops has been useful for you. It helps you understand what us farmers do and what they become from what you see out in the fields. They go from green to yellow and then to ready to harvest.